Hello, cartoon car collectors and people with 3D printers that might actually like normal looking cars. So I found this channel, by chance on YouTube. It came into my feed one day. It took over a year. But Dendeba 3D model. So this person is taking CAD files of cars and he's giving them out for free. So I went and looked at this one. I actually didn't download this one, but he shows how he makes these things. I'll just quickly zoom through this. He, I guess, gets the original file, right? There's the original file. And then he's using Blender. He shrinks it down. He modifies the wheel openings. So this is surface modeling, by the way. It's not solid modeling, which is what I use. But clearly it seems easier. He's quite good with the program there. This one even has an interior. I might have to download this file myself. And then he's got some separate wheels on this. So then he's showing how he prints it out on this little resin printer, and he's taping it off. He's doing a much better job of painting than I am. Anyways, so I just thought I'd share this with you guys because I downloaded a few of these and I printed them out myself. While I'm here though, I'm just looking through my subscriptions. I have like 80 subscriptions now, so there's a couple subscriptions I have to, tell you guys about. They do a lot of good content. The ones with over 500 people, I'm not going to bother because they're going to grow as it is. I found in my experience to get over 100 subscribers, I have to make a lot of videos, and then it starts taking off from there. But Whale Season Uno 64, if you like TLV videos to make a limited vintage, he buys a lot of these things, right? So I always check his channel out for looking at TLVs, right? Look at this. So I don't understand why he only has 270 subscribers. It's weird, the algorithm, maybe search terms, I'm not sure. There's another person here as well, Seek and Strips Desk. Only 150 subscribers. But he's buying cool models, he's got TLV, he's got Inno 64, so all the same kind of stuff that I like. I can't buy every model out there. I only try to buy one of each casting, to be honest with you, unless they're cartoon cars, because I have more room for those. So anyways, just throwing out those 3 channels to you guys. Check out these guys to try to help them out. If you like my content, you'll probably like theirs. It's the same type of models. So anyways, the way I figure it is never enough people reviewing stuff. When I like to buy stuff, I like to look at 3 or 4 videos, from different people, different people's opinions and stuff. Okay, well anyways, I went and downloaded a few of these files. So here we have the BMW M1, and we have a Mazda RX 500, and pleasantly he has a Tyrrell P34. So the M1 had separate wheels, and it was so much easier to make this because the wheels are separate pieces. But I do have to tell you, I had a hard time. I had to print all these like 2 or 3 different times. He didn't hollow out the model itself, so it's just one solid chunk of plastic. I put a drill into this one so I could paint it easier. So originally when I was printing this, I have it at a 45-degree angle to have less suction, but it kept on breaking the supports. It was just a lot of suction. So ultimately I ended up putting up 2 millimeter thick supports all the way from the base to the model, and I plastered it like 90%. So that's the only way I could get it to print successfully. Yeah, but as you can see, let's just see here. Yeah, here are my print lines. See, this is where it started delaminating because I didn't have enough supports. But after printing it 3 times, I just stopped caring. These are all my print lines here, these striations. So it's an exceptionally thin wing. And then it also had some square pieces here that weren't part of the body and they just fell off. Again, I think he's downloading real CAD files and then he's just shrinking them down, this Dendeba person. So, yeah, it worked out, I just painted it silver and hand painted the windows black and all this other stuff hand painted black. Alright, so pretty neat, I think. So it's 164. I didn't rescale it or anything like that. It's roughly 164, I don't know for sure. This thing is awesome, but unfortunately this one, the wheels are not separate. So all this, you can see the print lines here where it tried to delaminate in 3 spots there. I had it at a pretty low angle. But the wheel itself printed with the whole body, and this is a whole lot harder to paint and clean up as well. You know, I have print support marks here on the tires and stuff because I had to print this all as one. And then you'll see here, giant. Maybe I went to 4 or 5 millimeter supports because this one for some reason kept on delaminating. And even with these giant supports, you can see well, at least here, it tried to delaminate 3 times. So if you're going to download these and try it for yourself, I recommend you put some absolutely massive supports, like 5 millimeters here in the base, and then maybe some smaller ones in the detail areas. This is a real pain to paint. I looked at reference photos. The exhausts actually have red paint inside the exhaust tips. Naturally, I don't have any decals. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother trying to make my own decals. And the original car of this is actually silver, but I have a Kyosho I'm going to pull out and it's green, so I want to match the Kyosho that I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so yeah, the Tyrell P34. This one was not 1/64 scale, the downloadable file. If you find his video on this car, you'll find the file link, and I had to scale it down a little bit. I can't tell you exactly how much, but well, you know, maybe I can. I think it was like 33. The files themselves are STL files. If you know about 3D printing, that's what you want. And so I just scaled it down so the overall width was 30.5, somewhere in that ballpark, 30.6, because that's what my Kyosho's tire width was. So we'll compare to the Kyosho in a sec. I haven't even bothered to do that yet. Okay, so this one also, it's extremely fragile. So I actually went with SolidWorks and added a second piece, so I solidified this whole engine area. This whole engine area is actually hollow from the STL file from this YouTuber, and I felt it was too delicate, so I added a second piece in Chitterbox, and that's why I printed it this way. Okay, well, anyways, I think it turned out alright. Naturally, this one would look a lot better if it had decals, but again, I'm not sure if I want to, you know, bother printing some out right now. I don't even have decal paper. Alright, let's get a stand out here and take a look at some 1/64 scalers to compare this guy to. Okay, so hold on here. Sorry, bear with me. Alright, so the RX 500. There we go. See, it's kind of a crazy green. Then the Tyrell P34. And then I have the racing version of the M1 and also the Silver Street version. The reason why I painted this silver is, you know, my resin is gray. And it does, even with gray resin, white paint takes a lot of paint to actually cover up the body. So I thought I was going to start filling in all the panel gaps with white, so that's why I decided to just go with silver instead, so I don't fill in all the panel lines. Alright, here's an overhead view. So I am curious now about this Tyrell. Right, so I made the width identical with the tires. And yeah, it's about right. And then so the body is close now too, even though it's just going off the width of the outer tires. The wing is relatively the same width. Yeah, so actually that works out. So that dimension I told you, if you want to shrink it down by width to what I told you, it should be around 1/64. So that works out well. This one also had the tires as one piece. This is all one single STL file, but because the tires are open, you can still paint them pretty easily. I didn't get the blue obviously correct, but I wasn't going to buy new paint, so I'm going to have to go with that one. Yeah, this green is a Tamiya green, not exactly the same either, but it's close enough for me. Alright, so yeah, I think overall the width is quite similar. Let's go back to back here. So this one required no adjustments at all. So Dendeba 3D model there, put it up correctly. It looks to be around twice as short. Actually, maybe less. Maybe 30% shorter than it should be. Alright. Now, this BMW M1. Yeah, maybe it's like 30% less in length than it should be. But overall height looks around the same. You know, and overall width. Actually, it's wider. It's wider than this Kyosho, at least. But it's close enough. I mean, it's a cartoon car, so as long as it's in the ballpark, I guess that's fine. So let's just do one more spin here. Actually, let's get these guys out of here. So let's see here, just to go through this, because I know we're all kind of lazy, and let's just see what other cars he's got in here. I guess I'll have to get around maybe to that Prelude. I was just going with the ones I really wanted first, because, you know, I have no idea if these things were going to work or not. Oh, whoa, there's an NS... Oh, you know what? I already have a bunch of choro-q NSXs. They exist already. choro-q 0 makes it modern NSX. So it's really the models that don't exist. So like this Rolls Royce here, definitely going to get that one going. choro-q 0 makes this. But you'll see, you know, this is a regular looking car. This one, it's a Fairlady Z customized. So if you have a 3D printer, you know, you can get normal looking ones here. Here's your AE86. I just got a choro-q of this, so I didn't bother downloading that one either. But yeah, he's got a lot. Quite a bit, actually. And even a Guy King. Guy King was an old Japanese cartoon. It was an awesome cartoon, for a kid at least. Okay, so there you go. Check out this guy's channel if you have a 3D printer and you like normal or super deformed cars. What's interesting is choro-q 0 is coming out with this. So I almost wonder if this person actually works for Toonedx, you know, Takara or choro-q, because this one's coming out as a 0 soon. I also did try this one, but it was impossible to print. It's too realistic. It was actually hollow, so I couldn't print that one out. It just broke. Yeah, McLaren M23 here in 1/64 scale. I might have to, maybe I'll do that just for a regular car. Deformed Saturn, might have to do that for, just because. I had an old roommate that had a green one of those things. Yeah, so here's a normal Tyrrell P34. Right, normal ones. And somewhere in here he has the deformed one, as you saw. And he's got insects, if you're into that there sort of thing. Okay, so he's got, you know, he started a year ago, basically around the time I started reviewing 1/64 scales, so maybe that's why it took so long for me to find this or have it come into my feed. But, oh, here's another Prelude. Alright, I'm just rambling on. Oh, Celica Turbo. Sorry. Anyways, this guy has a lot of cool cars. He has a very similar taste, you know, racing cars, regular cars. This Prelude is cool too. Alright, so anyways, there'll probably be another video to come if I can successfully print some more of these files. Alright, well, thanks for checking this out. We'll see you around. Bye.